Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. I'm your host, Mr. Flatface, man of many faces, even more opinions, and I always have an opinion when it comes to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 edition. Now, I've been gone a couple days, but that doesn't mean that your comments haven't been rolling in, and you guys have been leaving a few comments that have kind of been, there's been a theme. There's been a theme to these comments, and these comments, the general theme is that something is off about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 edition. Nobody can put their finger on it. People are saying that it's the hit detection. The hit detection seems a little bit wonky this year. Or it's the maps, or they're just boring and they don't really feel fun. They don't feel anything. But the general theme is that there's just something in the background lurking. Something that lives in the shadows and pulls strings to manipulate the gameplay and make the game feel odd. Now, us as humans are great when we know something's off. Humans can just kind of detect that. We can feel it, just, you know that something's not right. And it seems like the general consensus is that something's not right about this Call of Duty. There's something in the shadows manipulating the game to make it feel odd. Some may say it's the monster named SBMM. Others may say it's lag. Maybe it's dedicated servers. The theme is that no one knows what it is. Everyone just can agree that it's off. And it's pretty easy to see. When you're playing a game and you do really good at the beginning and then in the middle you all of a sudden can't do good, and then at the end everybody's kind of around the same level, you know that something came in there and stunted your growth and your skill and brought somebody else's up. Now, some people will say that's SBMM, some people will say it's a conspiracy. I simply say it's Activision's coding. I swear to God, now once again, this is a conspiracy theory. Don't tell anybody. We could die. I feel like the game is so artificially stunted in places and it caters to such a lower skill level audience and player that if you are a good player, you're going to notice it more than somebody who is just sitting in a corner, let's say, and not moving. And I've been testing it out in some camping gameplays where I'm just sitting around chilling, and all of a sudden I'm doing like 40 and 2 and 50 and 1 and stuff like that. Why? Because the game doesn't know what to do with me. I'm getting a lot of kills, but I'm also not moving. There's something that tricks the algorithm to say, hey, this guy isn't quite doing something right, but we also don't know what he's not doing right, so we're just going to kind of just leave him alone. And it's pretty funny to see because all of a sudden I'm having a great time not moving, but also I'm kind of bored because I'm not moving. But the KDs and the ratios I'm getting are so much better when I don't move than when I do move. Now, if you're somebody that rushes around the map, you're definitely going to notice whatever this monster is that's in the background. The one that tweaks the hit detection so all of a sudden your gun shoots marshmallows instead of piss missiles. The one that stops an RPG from blowing somebody up even though it landed right at their feet. To you, it's the devil that stopped that RPG from killing that guy. To that guy, it's an angel that stopped it. But whatever it is, it lurks in the background and it just constantly comes out to just tweak the game a little bit here, a little bit there to help everybody have more fun, in quotation marks. Now, being new to YouTube, I don't really understand how the content works or the comments or all that stuff. But what I do know is that when generally most people are saying the same thing, then it has to be somewhat true. You guys come from all over the world, all over different locations, different age ranges, different genres and different play styles, and when we're all agreeing on the same thing, something's off, then maybe there is something a little bit off about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 edition. And I truly don't think that Activision Call of Duty wants us to know that something's off. But there's something that is so intrusive with whatever it is that is off, whatever is in that shadow, that is poking at us and manipulating our gameplay, that we can't help but notice it. It may have been there all along, sitting in the background of all the Call of Duties, but less intrusively. And now that it's in this one, it's very intrusive. Now, we're not talking about SBMM. That's here. We know it's here. It's that thing that makes the gameplay change. Maybe you're destroying in a TDM lobby and all of a sudden you can't move. You can't get a kill. Your bullets are missing randomly, even though your aim hasn't changed. Nothing about what you've been doing has changed. All of a sudden you just can't hit the broadside of a barn. It's that thing that does that. Now, we don't know what it is, so we're going to call it Greg. Greg the monster will sit in the shadows and he will just watch. And he watches everybody in the lobby run around. And then if this person starts doing a little too good, he'll come out there and maybe tweak your aim a little bit. And then he'll take your bullets and they do a little bit less damage now. But this guy over here is not doing good. So he goes in there and he just tweaks their aim assist if they're on controller. Or just makes it so maybe like a random bullet will hit the person. And he'll tweak their damage a little bit more. Greg is a douche. But Greg's role is to make sure everybody has a fair and fun experience. Even though we don't like Greg. If you're a good player, Greg is your absolute worst enemy. Greg stops you from getting those really good gameplays, getting the mother of all bombs, which I've only had called in on me one time, and it was by a legitimate hacker. And it was kind of anticlimactic. All of a sudden, the match was just over. Just a mother of all bombs incoming, and that was it.
Moab.
But Greg doesn't do anything to the hackers. No, he's not the anti-cheat system. That's Ricochet, and Ricochet is sleeping all the time. Ricochet is a very sick monster. But Greg, he's a douche, and to good players, you're gonna know that Greg's there more than a bad player. A bad player is gonna love Greg. Greg's that cool uncle that comes over and gives him a present every single time he comes over, and it's always something cool like a PS5. To us, Greg is that not good uncle. We all know what I mean. But we can all agree, whether good or bad, that something changes the game, because a bad player must notice that they were doing really bad and then all of a sudden they're doing really good. I have a teammate that is very bad, and all of a sudden they're yelling that they're getting triple kills constantly, while me, who is 40-5, can't even get a kill for the life of me. And then all of a sudden they start to creep from the bottom of the leaderboards up to the middle, and I start to creep down the leaderboards. That's Greg, ladies and gentlemen, and Greg's a douche. Now, I've heard rumors that Greg's weakness is crossplay. So apparently if you turn that off, Greg will kind of let off a little bit because he wants you to come back to crossplay. Crossplay is both it's an amazing thing and a terrible thing at the same time. Now, from a console standpoint, I could see that playing against PC players with Greg would kind of piss you off because the Ricochet is always sleeping. So nobody's stopping the PC players who are hacking from getting into your lobbies. And then for a PC player, when we play crossplay, aim assist kind of drives us nuts when we notice that it's very obviously artificially aimed at us. We can tell, ladies and gentlemen, when we see you and you're looking one way and then you 90-degree turn and snap right onto us. It is not a natural movement at all, but if you're not cheating, then that was aim assist. My favorite's when you're bunny hopping and you watch them perfectly trace you, but you know that they're not doing that because it looks odd. You can tell when it's aim assist and when it's not. If it's not aim assist, it looks natural. When it is aim assist, it looks very odd from a PC's player standpoint looking at a player with aim assist. And that's Greg just tuning that mother effer right up. Here's 100% aim assist, and you'll see it. You'll notice it. I don't know what it looks like on your guys' end when aim assist takes over, but it's very obvious on our end when aim assist takes over. It looks crazy. I should try to maybe get some gameplays where you can clearly see what the aim assist is doing. But you can always go look it up on TikTok. There's tons of videos showcasing how broken aim assist is. But Greg loves aim assist because it's the fastest way to tweak somebody who is not on mouse and keyboard. It's just to turn that mother effer up. It's pretty funny. But what I'm trying to get at is something is not right about this Call of Duty. It sits in the background named Greg, and he just kind of tweaks and manipulates the algorithm and the coding to help the worst team or the worst players. Every once in a while, you'll catch Greg lacking, and he can't keep up. If the one team's way worse than the other team, then no matter how much you tweak it, they're not going to do better. And we have gameplays of that on this channel alone. Sometimes SBMM steps out for a cigarette and he can't get the lobbies right, and all of a sudden a really good team goes against a really bad team. And I've been on both sides of that. And then the Ricochet, he's always sleeping, so he's always checked out. At this point, I'm pretty sure Ricochet was just a marketing stunt because it does nothing. There's literally people on TikTok doing lives where they're cheating blatantly and openly. Same with Twitch and YouTube. There is blatant cheaters that are proud of it and nothing's happening to them. I've been in a lobby with a legitimate cheater. A minute into the game, the guy's got 50 kills, 0 deaths, and calls in a mother of all bombs. I will never showcase this hacker on my channel because that's what they want. They want the attention and the notoriety, and they want everyone to be like, oh my god, he's cheating. Stop him. I won't ever showcase that because it's just not what I want to be about. I'm also going to be making a video on trash talking because I think I'm done with it. It's no longer fun, but that's for another video. Plus, with the new thing that's going to tweak the algorithm, we'll call it Cali because it's from Caltech and Activision. They're going to be monitoring that anyway, so that's just another thing that they're going to be taking out. So all in all, we got skill-based matchmaking the monster. We got Greg the monster who tweaks the algorithms and the way the game plays out in the middle of the game. You got Ricochet who's sleeping constantly. It doesn't know what it's doing. It's just tired. And now you're going to have Cali, the Caltech anti-toxicity robot. So at this point, what's the point in us playing Activision when you have all these robots and AIs doing all the actual gameplay? We can tell when we're doing really good and then all of a sudden we're doing really bad. And I hope that somebody who's doing really bad and all of a sudden does really good can also tell. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of me, Greg, Ricochet, SBMM, and Cali, we hope you had a lovely Christmas. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. I've been your host, Mr. Flatface, man of many faces, need more opinions, and this was my opinion on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 edition. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, bye.